Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 1, season 5 of Feeding the Next Gen Roleplay. Another change coming to the series is, hey, I'm going to go back to those faster paced, shorter videos because they just do a lot better, and I believe I might be able to get them out in time. I have been failing to get these videos out as much as I want to, at least each week. So hopefully this change here does allow me to put out more videos each week and actually keep up with it with my new change to my job. But for right now, I did say season 5. The issue with it being season 5 is the fact that we didn't meet any of season 4's goals. If y'all don't know, my seasons go from August to August. The game started in August. We got a year to meet these contract requirements, and we met none of them. I just may have failed this farm, this business, the whole world in general, because if we default on this loan, we are in huge, huge trouble. Let's go over those requirements real quick and see how much we are missing. We have to harvest 1 million liters of potatoes. We don't have that yet. Harvest is next month, so we officially missed the first due date, which is a little bit of an issue, but we have all the way up till December. Don't forget that we have December to become compliant. If we don't make it by December, then we are hit with a fine. Also, we have to sell 2,000 chickens and pay $100,000 to our loan. We have sold 838 chickens, I believe, and we have paid nothing to our loan. We only have $61,000 to our name, but right now we're going to go ahead and sell off some stuff. There is something that is best sell price right now. Let's go ahead and grab that real quick. I can't even remember what it is, but I believe it's in this building. Looking here, it is paprika chips. I guess they're really not quite there. Nope, not paprika chips. My bad. Potato chips. Okay. Well, it says it's best sell time in August, and this was actually a bright green at the beginning of the month. I guess I should have sold it early on, but we'll go ahead and get it sold right now and maybe even sell off the paprika chips. Nah, let's wait till November. I feel like that value is going to go up some more. Oh, this value right here, we're already up there pretty high. The value is $26,621, and saying our max value is $26,637. So let's go ahead and grab those potato chips. Oh wait, that ain't potato chips. My bad. Potato pancakes. Anything else best sell price? I'm not seeing it. Let's go. Looks like we have 6 pallets, 700 liters each. We'll check all those out, get those loaded up on the trailer, and get those sold. Now, I believe it did say Sedalia is the best sell price, but as y'all may know, or if y'all can remember, we can't sell there. We cannot sell by the train. It does not work. I don't know why. Maybe it's because these are custom pallets, products. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure. 4,200 liters of potato pancakes right there. That's pretty nice. Let's get that sold off. Selling that off for $22,093 and plus $1,777 environmental. Now, I'd like to get up to that $100,000 and start, I don't know, paying off some of this loan and start actually completing some of these contract goals, but I don't think I'm going to, at least not this month. Let's go ahead and sleep through the month. I believe everything is taken care of. Animals, fields, everything's looking good. Next month is also planting time, and yeah, I guess I'll just leave these forks hanging up there. Who's gonna run into those? Probably me. I got quite a bit of things I need to take care of around the farm, but first, let's go ahead and get our workers set up, going on these fields, get these harvests going. Then I'll start taking care of the animals, moving chickens around, selling them off, because I believe I have another trailer full to sell off. At least I think I do. We'll find out here in a second. Didn't realize that I was halfway over to the first field I was going to harvest, and hey, I don't have any fuel. So I turned around, came back, and now I'm just now realizing this has a huge tank. It's saying this tank holds 1,150 liters. That is a lot more than anything else I have seen on this game so far, and this is probably going to cost me a lot of money. Now I think I have like right around 300 liters in here, so we'll see exactly how much it costs. Right there, $4,676. You know, that's not seeming too bad. I mean, I guess if I had to whip out my debit card or credit card at the pump and pay that much, that would definitely seem really bad. But with a larger farming operation, I think I'm fine. Let's get this on the field and get it harvesting. Looks like the harvester is off and going. Workers going great. We're getting potatoes. Let's jump over and take care of some other things. Jumping over here to the semi now, and I'm going to go ahead and top this off. Well, not top it off. Let's go ahead and get some manure in it because I feel like my greenhouses are going to be a little short on manure. I'm also really interested to see, hey, have my tomatoes been keeping up since adding that new greenhouse? I'm hoping it has. May have to add more greenhouses though. All right, change of plans. We're going to buy some compost. I don't know how much that costs, but I see it as an option. Let's give it a try. Do 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 do. My money's dropping very fast, and I don't know how I feel. Do 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 do. This is not looking very good at all. Sorry, I'm just going a little crazy right now. Let's hit it right there. That's 86,000. Wow. I thought it was in 8,000, but that cost $9,723, and that gave us 86,000 liters. I thought I was only at 8,000 something. Maybe that's a good price, maybe not. From what I understand, you put 3 manure in, it makes 1 compost in these greenhouses. And with me seeing that compost as an option, that makes me think there has to be some sort of production out there. Haven't found it quite yet, haven't looked for it either. So let's just go ahead and get these filled up, and then we'll take a quick look into our tomatoes, see how they're doing. Looks like it may not be keeping up because the potato salad is missing tomatoes. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not keeping up. Let's take a quick look into the ketchup factory. And the ketchup factory is building building up a surplus of tomatoes. So what that means is once it hits 100,000 liters, everything extra will head over to my other production that is missing it. Now it's also saying that ketchup is blocked at the spawning point, or at least almost blocked at the spawning point because it's almost full. It's red there. The ketchup is still running. That's good, but we do need to get those pallets out of that spawn area so it can keep going and going. Making multiple trips back and forth with the ketchup, taking it over storage, stuff like that. It's just making me realize, hey, I need a trailer. I didn't want to go with the trailer to begin with because I didn't have much room there to pull in and out and load it up manually. Yes, I'm not loading it up manually, but I'm still simulating it as I would load it up manually. So I like to give myself enough room, and I like to have the object needed to load it manually. But I believe if I get a small enough trailer, I think I can make this work. And it will cut down on my trip times, or how many trips I make. Now, when I say small enough trailer, I'm talking about one of these right here. I think one of these two would do pretty good. Wow, that is a huge difference in price. Maybe that one's like really, really small. Let's see if I can figure out which one holds more Euro pallets and get that purchased. I guess this is the one I'm going with. I really shouldn't be spending my money right now. I should be saving it and making payments to the loan or other things. But oh well, let's go ahead and get this just to save me a little bit of time. That's going to cost $39,650. We will buy that. If I was realistically loading this right here would actually work pretty good as far as grabbing the pallets from that point and putting them on here. Now there should be an actual door somewhere to go in and out of the facility. And also there's a little turn off, pull off spot right there next to that stop sign, which could possibly work, but I guess a lot of American laws do say do not park that close to an intersection or stop sign. So yes, I'm going to say this is still kind of realistic. Let's go ahead and use the auto load option out of it though and get this stuff loaded up. Hey, something needs to be unloaded. Well, turns out I just bought that trailer for one pallet. No, I'm actually looking into the future and long term of having this trailer. The issue I see is not necessarily all the trips I'm making to the storage, the trips I'm going to be making to the sell point, which would be really, really great. A lot of trips is what I'm talking about. So by getting this trailer, it's going to cut down quite a bit overall, even though it's not being used properly, I would say, quite yet. I'm going to be honest with you, it's been a while since I harvested these fields, these potatoes, so I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to come into here. I was really hoping that this was full already, but I guess it's not. So let's go ahead and go get it dumped off. What it was telling me there was that it was done working. Almost 700,000 liters though, but altogether we'll see that at the end. I will put this in the silo as long as there is nothing in the silo. I want to kind of go ahead and see how much we get total, and the best way to do that is just kind of put it all into one area that's already empty, or just do the math, but I don't want to do the math. I'll just put it in one area and it'll do the math for me. As always, every year I have an issue getting a course set up on here, and we're just going to go ahead and knock it out myself. Now, I believe previously I did get the course to load up on here, but it just didn't work that good. But now I can't even get the course to load up on here. Don't know what's going on. Maybe I got to hire a regular worker built into the game, but I'm not going to worry about that. We'll just go ahead and get it knocked out myself. Hopefully I don't miss much. I did just miss a little bit there. I might come back for it, might not. As you can tell, I didn't really care too much about the whole planting thing because I missed quite a bit here. Hopefully that new field that we got gets us over that 1 million liters that we need to get. Well, I just realized I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to be planting something on my other field right now. Really should have got a worker going on that because now I'm going to have to wait for that to get done or just do it myself. And that's just going to be a huge waste of time as far as not being able to advance into the next month. But we are all done here with this potato harvest, giving us almost 252,000 liters. Let's go ahead and get this put in the silo. Look at our grand total right now. I believe we are going to be kind of short from that 1 million liters. But we do have another field out there to harvest, and that other field was the field put in to save the farm. Hopefully it will save the farm. It might be a little bit hard to tell, but down there in the bottom right, it says we have 945,015 liters of potatoes. So we are short 55,000 liters. Let's head over to that other field, start up that harvesting over there, and see if that gives us enough. And obviously, I believe it will, because it's a good sized field. Harvester is now off and going on our last field, and this is actually looking really good. We are definitely going to make that 1 million liters. But then that also brings up the issue of what's our new contract requirements and will we hit those? That is definitely something we're going to find out. Now, I am extremely worried because I just looked at the season 5 contract goals, requirements, not really goals or requirements. They have to happen. There's no doubt about that. And one of them just seems way, way out of reach, mainly because we haven't completed season's 4 goals yet. That is what's really, really worrying me. Well, let's go ahead and get these potatoes back to the silo, get them dumped off, see what our grand total is, see if we can go ahead and complete at least one of those contract requirements from season 4. And these will not count towards our season 5 goals because we're kind of behind right now, and this is catching up for our season 4 goals. Hopefully I don't mess up on my planting time next year like I did with this one. Just dumped all the potatoes in there, and that actually completes our season 4 requirement, which was harvest 1 million liters of potatoes. But we only got 1.2 million there. That does not mean meet our requirement for Season 5. While I'm talking about the requirements for Season 5, let's go ahead and go over those. Our Season 5 requirement for harvesting is 1.25 million, so 1,250,000 liters. And this is the tough one. This is the very hard one that's just probably gonna break me, which is sell 4,000 chickens. As y'all may know, we've only sold 830 something chickens last season, and we needed to sell 2,000 there, and we're not quite there. Do we have the chickens? Yes, we do. Can we go ahead and sell them off? Any gender, the male or the female? Yes, but I've just been leaning towards selling off the males. But we will look at the chickens here in just a little bit. Go ahead and get all of them sold off to meet our 2,000 chicken sale requirement of last year, and then see what I got to do to actually meet that 4,000 this year. And of course, another requirement is to pay $100,000 to our loan. We still haven't done that for last year either. Now, one thing we need to go ahead and do is actually get the planter out on the field and planting our crop for the chickens. And that's got me thinking, does barley actually drop a swath dropping or straw or anything like that? I don't remember. So let's go ahead and open up all these doors here. Even go ahead and get the case out here in just a second too, because we got more work to do besides just planting. So both the tractors will be running here in just a little bit. To make things even worse and take even longer, I forgot I have to line that field over there first. I don't have to do it first, I can do it second, but I like to do it first so I can see what the planter misses. Let's go ahead and get this over to our grain field, start the liming process, because it's going to take quite a while. Finally got all the workers going. Let's go ahead and jump over here and take care of this whole chicken issue we got going. Now this thing does have 659 in it already. We did sell off one trailer full last season. Let's find all the males, get them loaded up in here. Now I didn't unload any of the males last month, so there's going to be quite a bit, I believe. We will move that to the trailer, and looky there, we are full. Let's go ahead and get that sold off, transport it over there, get those sold, and see what that takes us up to, because I'm not 100% sure what 832 times 2 is. I guess I can try to do that math in my head here. Let's see here, 2 times 2 is 4, 832, 3 times 2 is 6, there we go, 64. 8 times 8 is 16, so 1,600, and I done forgot, 64? 1,664, I think? Either way, I'm gonna use a calculator. Oh man. Sold off that trailer full of chickens right there, and that put our sold animals up to $1,227. I guess they're not exactly $1. Figured that out last time I sold them. Not sure, maybe there's a decimal in there somewhere, kind of an invisible decimal. Let's go ahead and get this back over to the chicken coop, keep filling it up until we got 2,000 chickens sold off. Went ahead and did the math there, and I covered it up with my phone on accident, my bad. Wrote that down, covered it up with my phone, couldn't read it off because I done forgot it, but did the math there, and we already sold off 1,664 chickens. That means we just have to sell off another 336. Let me get this filled up with 336, and if the males is not enough, then I'll actually take some of the female ones out, just so we can get that contract requirement completed also. We have 2,644 chickens in this coop, and I did just take 501 of the males out. Let's go ahead and get those all sold off, and now the extras past that 336 I need will count towards Season 5's goal. You know, I just thought of it. I guess if I'm going with that logic of the rollover type thing, where the extra chickens here will roll over to next season's, why don't I do that with the potatoes? I think that is a little bit of a different thing, because the potatoes is to show that I have enough planted and harvested each year rather than selling them off each year. That's why that's a harvest goal, because if you can harvest that much and you have enough field space to harvest that much, I feel like that's a good goal to hit. No matter how much you sell off, just how much you can harvest and have in storage is what I'm looking for there. Now, whether it's on my field or not, it's kind of up in there, because previously I did kind of steal some potatoes from other farmers, so I see nothing wrong with that. A little embezzling there. Now, that did take our total animals sold up to $1,761. Not much, especially since we need to make $100,000 here to pay off that loan also. On the plus side, that does complete our Season 4 contract requirement for selling chickens, and that gives us 165 chickens towards Season 5's goal of 4,000 chickens. That is just ridiculous. Let's get back to the farm, see what all we can sell off, and maybe make that $100,000. I just realized something. So doing these long drives back to refill the lime, now I say doing these, this is actually the first one I've had to do so far on our large field lineman. First of many probably. But anyways, doing these large drives back, long drives, I was thinking, how can I get that lime out of this stone crusher over near the field pretty easily? Now, there are some automatic distributors and stuff like that I could probably do, but then I started thinking about that auger wagon trailer thing I have sitting right back there next to the chickens. And is this thing empty? Where the heck is all my lime at? No, this thing has 67,000 liters of a lime in it. What is going on here? Maybe it's got to be turned on. I don't know. Let's go into the production. Somewhere in here is the production I'm looking for. I do know it has to be turned on to run the stone and make the lime and everything, but I didn't think it had to be turned on to actually empty out into here. I do not know what's going on. That's interesting. Let me see if I can figure this out. I'm just going to go ahead and say it again. I am once again an idiot. It's been so long since I've actually played this game. Apparently I got to hit refill or the control for refill, which on the keyboard is R. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Okay. Also, it looks like I got a finished worker there. That should be the plow that was going over on AutoSim's cruise field, all the way down there past those big old silos. We're going to go grab that in a minute and get it moved over to Farm and Simulation Universe's field. And then, of course, we got a lot of other fields we got to hit up. Back over here on the herds field, this really huge one. And I just want to go ahead and bring that up real quick. I did mention AutoSim Cruise Field, Simulation Gaming Universe field, now the herds field. There's also our other field, which is Rambo Hacker Gaming's field. I do try to name these fields after people. Normally it's after the first person that comments, but on this series right here, being new to the channel and everything, didn't have many comments coming in. I just went ahead and named it all after some of the other content creators that have highly supported me and helped me grow my channel quite a bit. And I do highly recommend those other channels, so if you haven't checked them out, they are on my homepage and you can find them there. Enough of that little ad thing that they paid me nothing to do. Let's go ahead and jump over to finished worker and move this plow. No, seriously, they didn't pay me anything to do that. I'm just really huge support of helping other content creators out and growing and stuff like that. But while I'm thinking about it, if anybody does want to pay for an ad in one of these videos, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Just looking through here, trying to figure out something to sell, and I think it's going to be that soybean straw. I do not want to sell outside the best sell time. That is a huge issue for me because I'm going to be losing out on, what is that, $62,000, I think, right there between the value now and between the value at the max month. But let's go ahead and get rid of it because I really don't like being late on payments, and we're definitely late on this $100,000 payment. I don't have any tractors really available except for the small Max Ferguson that I use to run around with my productions. But that's really all it's strong enough for, is running around pallets here and there, lifting them and all that. It's not exactly strong enough to pull a large trailer full of crop or straw in general. At least I don't think it is. So we're going to use the pickup truck here. Let's go ahead and find all that soybean straw we have and get that sold off wherever it said we need to sell it. I can't even remember. You know what? I didn't even look at it, so there's nothing to remember if I didn't look at it. I just looked at the value. Looks like best sell price is the livestock bell sell point. I believe that's where I've been selling off my chickens. Well, next to that. I will check the map to confirm that because I'm not 100% sure. And right there next to where I sold off the chickens, right here is where I'm selling them off because that's the animal dealer. And right here next to that is the livestock bell sell point. So we will be heading over there here in a little bit. At the pace this is filling up, probably about 10 to 20 hours we'll be heading over there. It's taking forever. You know, I talked about bringing that trailer over here so I can unload into this so I don't have to drive all the way back to the farm, but I just haven't done it quite yet. I don't know why I haven't done it. Well, you know what? I got a theory of why I haven't done it. I think that is because I really thought that field would not take that much lime. Of course, the first time I applied lime, it took 5, 6, 7, 8, 3,000 trips. I really don't remember, but I know it was more than 5, I think. And all those trips just took so much time driving back and forth. So why not bring a trailer over? Right now, this is the second trip back over here. Not bad, and I think this actually might be the last trip back over here. This right here is actually something I was really worried about because this did happen the first time I plowed. I guess I didn't save the course. No, I didn't save the course because it was going around to Center Island. But somehow, I guess it clips one of these trees off to the left here and just ends up right there stuck in the trees. I was kind of worried that that might be an issue moving forward, and apparently it is. So let's go ahead and start this up on the nearest waypoint, and I'll take a look into these trees here. Maybe I can get some of them removed. I'm assuming it's probably clipping this one. I'm not going to waste my time bringing over the tree devourer or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and delete that. Hopefully that does stop it, and that should be my land. And oh look, there's deer out there. 1, 2, and 3. And then there's also a little crow right there. So speaking of these deers, let's go over to Hunting Simulator next. Looks like the last potato field is all plowed up. Now next up is we got 3 fields that have a bunch of stones in them. Let's go ahead and get the stone picker out, start working on that while I still have the worker liming away, because even after the worker gets done doing the liming, there's still planting involved with that field. So we're going to be on this month for quite a while, I believe. Also, still need to sell off that soybean straw, and it's actually not full yet. It's still filling up. Hey, looky there. Looks like it's all done filling up. Let's get this started up on AutoSim Cruise Field, then go get all that straw sold off. I was just looking at these tires here, seeing if that back tire was off the ground because of how much this trailer's leaning. And then I realized I made a mistake. Don't know if y'all caught it quite yet, but this license plate is wrong. It needs to say I love Nugget, and I missed my turn. Another mistake done. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and cut across the grass right here. I don't see any issue with that. Wee woo, wee woo. Okay, maybe there's an issue with that. Let's go ahead and get all this sold off. I believe it's going to empty out pretty fast. I mean, it loads in here slow, but I think it empties out fast, and maybe not too fast. Okay, let's see how much money we make total. And there it goes, all sold off for a total of $194,170 plus a $23,395. Now that puts us up to almost $240,000. Yes, I really didn't need to sell all of it off. I know that. I just felt like being on a low $20,000 balance there was not ideal. So I wanted to just go ahead and sell it all off, get rid of it. And I'm kind of worried I can't really use it for anything because it's labeled soybean straw. Why not just go ahead and get rid of it and make some money? And of course, finish out our last contract requirement for season 4. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and pay off some of this loan here. We only have to pay off $100,000. I'll probably pay off a little bit more, but our loan balance is $1,220,000. Let's go ahead and pay off $120,000 so it's an even number. I think that will work out pretty good. There we go. We're down to $1.1 million on our loan balance, and the reason it's so high compared to what it should actually be at as far as paying it off within 10 years is because maybe I missed a few payments here and there. Also, I did add extra loans on top of here to get a few items. Over here on the herds field, and looks like it is all done liming. That is pretty nice. So looks like I think we used 2.5. Was it 2.5? I went back twice, so would that count as 3? I don't know, I can't count. Came over with a full one, went back, filled it up, that's 2. Went back, filled it up, that's 3, but I didn't use all 3. So yeah, 2.5-ish. 2.5-ish trailer fulls of lime. Not bad, not bad. Not too bad driving back either, and I really should just turn around and go to the other field that's far away, but we'll worry about that later. I'm pretty sure we just made the bank happy. I think that was the goal here. Make the bank happy, complete all our contracts that were overdue for last year. And hey, we definitely did it. Well, this right here actually looks a little different to me, but not to y'all, because this map actually had an update, and this is what it looked like a little bit ago right here. Now, with the update to the map, there's a few cool features I kind of liked and everything, and there's a little bit of a pain with all these trees kind of spawning in randomly. I don't know why they do that. I thought they did that if you like actually deleted them or chopped them down with the chainsaw as far as the lumberjack mod, but I don't know. And I got some big plans for this factory right here. I did go ahead and install a new mod, the Upgradable Factories mod. It's not new, it's new to me. I've never used it. I've always kind of thought it would mess stuff up, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. That's what we're going to do this episode. We're going to focus on upgrading this factory here. Now, it's going to cost quite a bit of money, and we'll look at that a little bit later. We got some field work we got to get doing, and I got to stop flying around like Superman here. I love doing it, but I can't do it all the time, right? One cool thing about this update to the map was they put in a new house that has an opening garage and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and get over here to field whatever this field is up here on the left. Gosh, I can't remember. It has been a minute since I have played on here. I believe I was coming over here to plant some barley. Field 30, here we go. Let's go ahead and start us some barley over here on field 30. Now, do I got barley selected? Yes, I do. I think that's barley. I can't remember. Yep, that is the barley symbol. Wish it would say it on there because I'm not that smart. Looks like the worker is off and going planting some barley in here, and that liter count for the seed is dropping pretty fast. I don't think this is actually going to be enough seed. Let's go ahead and jump out, get ran over by that, make sure everything's going good here on the ground. It does look good. We got perfect pH value, perfect nitrogen, but we do have some weeds growing in. We'll have to take care of that a little bit later on with some herbicide. At some point last episode, I stopped in. This worker was going over here. Let's go ahead and start this up. What was I doing here? Let's go nearest waypoint. I think that should work pretty good. And it will go. There it goes. It is picking up all the rocks. Let's see how much we end up with. Pretty awesome how we're actually able to use these rocks for something else in the future, like lime. I really do like that. Now I think it's time to just go ahead and upgrade this. I already looked at it. It costs quite a bit of money, almost all our money. And I'm not liking that, but I believe all we do is go right in here. We'll hit OK, jump in there, and it says down here in the bottom, upgrade. I'm pretty excited about that because my vegetable fat and starch is full. I had the option to go ahead and empty some of that out, but I don't want to empty that out. I'd like to upgrade it and actually get it going a little bit faster. We'll take a quick look here at these numbers. I believe the cycles per month will double, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll keep a close eye on it. 1920. Let's go ahead and hit upgrade. $88,000 to upgrade. And let's look at that french fries again. It went up to 4128. Don't know if 1920 times 2 is that. I got a feeling it's not. Either way, it's going to start making it faster. It's going to be making more. And I think we might be able to keep up with it. Mainly because I really want to keep up with the premium potatoes. That seems to be a huge thing that I should be making more of. That's actually not being made much of, if that makes any sense. potato salad, we do need some tomatoes for that. And they'll eventually get over here once the ketchup factory is full on tomatoes. Yeah, they're getting there. They don't really have to be full on tomatoes. I guess I could change the priorities to be exactly the same now. You know what? I thought about that actually during editing. I'm going to set this as priority 2. And I'm actually going to set this one over here as priority 1 because it doesn't hold as much. Well, it might now. Yeah, 20,000 liters. Ooh, let's go ahead and change that over to priority 1. I want to keep this running, keep it running. And once it hits 20,000 liters, it will all start going over to the ketchup factory. I hope this works out good. Not sure. We'll see what happens. I believe I got nothing else to do as far as work-wise goes. Just got to take care of these rocks on this field and next field and plant the large field there. And I got a worker doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and take over for this rock collector on this field. And the next one, I might even look into some contracts because being down to $31,000, that's not looking good. I'm all done picking up the stones on all the fields now. And I was just thinking a little more about how much money I'm going to need. I'm going to need a lot of money because last year's slice season's harvest was not enough. I'm talking about for the potatoes. It wasn't enough to meet the contract requirements for this upcoming year. So we need to add a new field sometime this season. And to do that, we need money, obviously. And $31,000 is not enough money. At least I don't think it is. I might be able to get a small field. Because really, all I need is a small field. I wasn't too sure from that 1.25 million requirement that's going to happen this year. Well, let's go ahead and get all these stones, unload it, start making some lime. And then, of course, we're going to turn around, pick up that lime, and use it on the fields. With there being a large increase to this production here as far as us upgrading it, I can actually go through now and start topping it off some more. And I really thought I had something in this trailer. I hope that update didn't mess anything up because I don't know why I would park an empty trailer right there. But what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to go ahead and head over here, pick up some potatoes, I believe, and put them in that production. I think it also takes some eggs. And do I have anything in this one? I might. No, I do not. Guess I could have used that trailer instead of moving this one. We have 1.2 million liters of potatoes in storage here. I'm going to go ahead and just start filling it up in here. Don't know how much it's going to take. We can take a look at that here in just a second. Over here on the production now, and it does say potatoes goes up to 400,000 liters. So we are about, what is that, 240,000 liters short. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that, top it off. That's not the only thing I need to put in there. Like I did mention, I think it takes some eggs also. Let's see here. Is there eggs in here somewhere? I'm not seeing eggs. Maybe it doesn't take eggs. Or I'm just blind. Oh, wait, there they are right there. So a little over 10,000 liters short. 12,000 something liters, I think. I'm not the best at math. You know, looking into the contracts, trying to make a little bit of money here. I'm going to go ahead and do this spraying one. It seems pretty simple, and I believe I have something with herbicide already in it. So I'm not going to lease any of their equipment. I believe I got it all. At least I hope I do. Let's go ahead and accept this contract. Don't even know how big Field 4 is, but that looks like a good amount of money for just spraying some herbicide. It does look like we have some herbicide. Let's go ahead and get this over to Field 4 to take a quick peek at the field size. I can show you right here. There it is. It's flashing Field 4 off to the right of that map. It's an okay size. It is definitely a weird shape, so I will probably go through and do it myself. That way I can profit all that money, and plus, with it being a weird shape, I don't think the worker would do very good on it. There may be one little issue here. It does say narrow tires only. Now, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue because this is a contract, and I believe I cannot destroy any crops on a contract, at least until I have to harvest it, I think. I don't know. Let's find out. That looks like it's not destroying anything, so we are good. Safe to say that's good. We're going to go ahead and run over it all with this herbicide. I did miss a little bit here and there, but let me go ahead and go through and knock all this out. Shouldn't take too long. This field over here actually ain't that bad. I was kind of worried it would have a bunch of trees along the border of the next fields, but it doesn't. It's open, it's clear. There's no trees here between these fields, so I trust that this horseplay worker can handle it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it, let it go, set it up. It's already going. And it may take a little while, but he'll get the job done. I got other things to do, like tab over to this tractor over here, and we're going to go ahead and put these potatoes in this production and get some other stuff over here. That's not good. This courseplay ended up stopping in the middle of the field saying it needs to be refueled. I say courseplay, I guess I could say worker. This worker stopped. Looks like I gotta get some fuel in it, and then we'll bring it back out here and start it back up where it was left off at. Now we only have 14,000 liters of seeds left. That's pretty good. I honestly thought we'd run out already, and that's why I'm doing that other contract, because $31,000 is not that much money to be buying us seeds, especially for this planter right here. This planter right here takes a lot of seeds to fill up, which equals a lot of money. All done topping off the production with potatoes. Now, as far as the eggs go, I believe I'm just going to pick up our global goods transport pallet we have and just move it over there that way with this forklift. Or I guess this ain't a forklift, this tractor, my bad. But here's the global goods transport pallet right here. And it is currently collecting all the eggs that come out of this chicken coop. I'm not sure how well this is actually going to work out because I did pick it up on the discharge side. I don't exactly remember how I did this before. I think I just loaded it up on the trailer and brought it over, or had pallets. Actually, you know what? I had pallets at the time. I might even have some more pallets inside that brick building right over there. Nah, I think I sold them all off, but now there it goes. It's actually going in there, so nothing to worry about. I was just overthinking it too much. But we ended up having like 44,000 liters of eggs in that thing. Somewhere around there, I'm not sure, I can't remember. But we're down to 32,000 now, which is great. Let's get this back over there and keep collecting eggs. And then I'm really looking forward to best sell time for eggs. We've made a lot of money off eggs in the past, hoping to do it again this upcoming November, I believe. Got the confirmation, contract on field 4 is finished. Don't know why I keep going. It's just kind of habit. I don't like leaving extras left behind. I mean, there's little bits and pieces here that I did miss or the worker missed, but oh well. I'll leave that, but big, huge sections like this right here, I don't like to leave behind. I'll go ahead and finish it off, and then I'll collect that payment. Now, there was something very interesting I was looking at doing, and it's gonna make me a lot of money. It's gonna cost me a lot of time, but I think it might pay off pretty good. I'm trying to figure out ways to get the stones off these fields from these contract workers, or these contract jobs, not contract workers, I guess. And I think I might test something out. Either it's gonna work great, or it's not gonna work at all, but either way, we're gonna make $100,000 doing it, minus some expenses. Heading back to the farm now, let's go ahead and accept and complete that contract. Not accept it, but we'll go ahead and complete it and get paid. Why not do that while I'm driving down the road? I set the cruise control, it should be fine. I don't think I'll run into anything. We'll see what happens. Almost $18,000 right there. We were collecting that. That's $17,954, and looks like I did not run into anything. But like I was mentioning, there's a big risk I want to take. Not sure if y'all know what it is, but it's kind of in this scene right here. My precious. Oh, my precious. Oh, sorry, didn't see y'all there. I didn't realize y'all were there. Just ignore me, just out here, looking at some stones here, and that might be a little embarrassing. But no, if y'all didn't notice by that, I kind of have a thing for these rocks. I really want these rocks. I really want to turn them into lime, but I haven't quite figured out how to pick up stones off of fields I don't own. And that's actually what I'm going to try to do here. Let's go ahead and look at that contract, get it accepted, and see if we can steal those stones. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's field 34 that I was just kind of looking over really weirdly. But yeah, that's field 34. Really big field, really huge payout. They want us to plant some rye, and I believe my cedar planter I have right now can already do that. I hope it can, because I'm not leasing their stuff. Let's go ahead and accept this contract. It's going to pay out $101,000. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Now, before I do the planting, I want to see if I can pick up those stones. I really, really hope I can, or I'm going to be very disappointed, because that's all this episode was about. I just want your rocks so bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of other things to do besides pick up those rocks. We also got to take care of our fields as far as doing liming. I believe that's all we got left to do to our fields until planting season comes up next year. I can't remember exactly when that is. I think March, possibly. I do know it's sometime in the springtime. And when I say planting season, I mean for potatoes, because we are potato farmers out here. Even though we do have a crop field out there, but that's just to feed those dumb old chickens over there. For the moment of truth, we're about to try this out. Now in the field, got it lowered. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and it says you don't have access to this land. Yes, I do. Come on, you've got to be kidding me. I'm working on this field, field 34. Gosh, that's no fun. I really wanted those rocks. Question is, how bad do I want those rocks? Because I might actually just buy the field. I don't know. What happens if I cancel the contract? What if I just buy it and flip it? Buy it, sell it back after I get the stones. That would be kind of weird. That's definitely not the type of field flipping y'all used to seeing, probably. I'm going to give it a try. Let's go ahead and cancel this contract right here. You'll lose all payments. Okay, well, I don't expect to get any payments. I didn't pay anything. Failed. I don't like it saying failed, but oh well. It's all good. Let's go ahead and buy that field now. I don't know how much it costs. Probably way too much. $784,000. Ooh, man. This is not a good idea, but I'm not full of good ideas. Let's put it that way. Let's go ahead and borrow a bunch of money. I'm going to have to do the space bar a lot, so I'll see y'all in a second once I get up to that, like $800,000. I just went ahead and kept going. Don't know if y'all can tell on the bottom right there, but our loan balance now is $2 million, and the balance in our bank account is $946,000. So with that $946,000, let's go ahead and buy this field 33. Is that still flashing? Oh, yes, it is. Like, is that going to say I'm doing a contract over there or what? I don't know. Let's buy that. And then, of course, let's go over there and get those stones. Now, I guess I'll go ahead and plant something on it. I don't know what yet. And, you know, we might not even plant anything quite yet because there's all these little strips inside this field, and you know I don't like that stuff. So I might even those out. Huh. Well, I don't know what I mean by evening out. I might take those out, that's what I mean. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our plow out. We're gonna do a little bit of plowing. And gosh, I really need to get something else going. I really want these rocks, so change of plans here. I'm not going to keep this field. I'm just going to go ahead and flip it for the rocks. Yeah, that's definitely something y'all have probably never seen. I don't know. I know I've never seen it. Let me know in the comments if this is the first for y'all, but I'm going to go through here, go ahead and knock this out myself, because even putting it on a course play would probably take quite a bit longer with all the curves and turns it needs to make with the way this field's designed. But before I start this up and get going, I mean, I'm going to get going here just for a second. But before I get too far into it, I'm actually going to need to start up a worker on some of my other fields doing some liming. To do that liming, we'll just go ahead and put away this planter. I don't think I need it anymore. And where did I have this stored? I believe I had it stored in this one over here. Go ahead and get those doors open, which works out pretty good because there's my lime equipment right there. And that's what I'm after. Here's a little bit of an issue. The rain is starting to come in. I believe it's actually supposed to rain all the way up till like 1500 on this game. So 3 p.m. if y'all didn't know that. And that's 3 hours if y'all didn't know the math there. But I'm going to keep working away at this. Hopefully my worker's still going over there. I got the course play going for lineman. It hadn't said it stopped. I did get rid of that rain paint mod because it caused way too many paints for me. But I'm really excited to see how much stones I get off here and how much lime I can turn that into. And I will even compare that to the profit of what I'll make from that lime, just so I understand how much profit I'm making flipping this field. I think it'd be pretty fun and interesting. Well, there might be a little bit of an issue here. I did fast forward time, rain stopped, and got our first finished worker done. But that is not the issue. The issue is, even though I don't have the rain pains mod anymore, I do have some sort of mud mod, gives some realistic mud, and it's kind of sinking down in there in the mud, but hey, it's actually taking off a lot better than I thought it would. I thought I was sunk down there and buried a lot worse than that, but I guess not. False alarm. Let's just keep going away at this, and I should probably go ahead and set that worker up on another field. We're getting pretty far along here. 31,823 liters of stones here. I don't know exactly what the value is on these stones or how much the value of the lime will be once it's made, but I'm pretty excited about this. It's probably not worth my time or effort. I'm going to keep it going though. We are almost full with stones, rocks, whatever they're exactly called on here. They might be called stones now to think about it a little more. But we also got the tractor off and going on our last field for liming. Let's see if I can go ahead and touch this up. Go ahead and knock it out. I guess 50,000 liters is what this holds. I mean, that's kind of what it's looking like. Oh my gosh, I almost flipped over there. I guess I'll just go ahead and line it back up the way it was going. I mean, this actually ain't too bad as far as how much progress has been made on this field versus how much progress has been made for the worker lineman, because it's almost the same. I honestly thought it would take a lot longer on this field. No, there we go. We're out. 50,000 done. I'm going to go ahead and dump this into our production, but I'm going to turn the production off. I want to see how much we get total. I mean, it's obviously not going to be 100,000 because we're almost done with that field, but it's going to be up there, maybe 60, 65,000 liters. I want to know the exact number though. So first things first, let's go ahead and turn this off right here. I believe it has no stones in it, and it does not there. We will turn that off, and it will not use any of those stones. At least I don't think it will. Now there's one issue I've always had with this equipment here, not the stone picker necessarily, but the other one that picks up stuff off the ground. Once it got full, it would not fill up again without me having to reset it, but looks like that little test I just did there, looks like it works. So let's go ahead and put this back on the GPS where I was going up and down, and I'll keep going away at it until I got it full again, or I'm done. Most likely the or I'm done part is going to be first. Looks like I got a finished worker up there, and that is the worker that was doing the lime. Now that should all be done. Every single field I have is limed and ready to go for planting time. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it up there and not worry about it. I'm sure it's going to bug me seeing it up there, but I'm going to go ahead and try to finish out this field instead of worrying about that. Picking up stones is almost done, and it's got me thinking a little more. I want to see how much the stone value is. I want to see how much the lime value is, but also that value really doesn't matter to me that much because what I'm doing is not selling this stuff off. I'm using it. I'm using the lime. So the real value of what I'm looking at is far as how much money did I make flipping this field is how much money would I have spent in lime for my field work. So I will look at all those numbers, the stone, the lime, and how much money I would have spent buying the lime. But let's go ahead and get this dumped off, see how much we got total. I go ahead and tell you right now, 58,861 liters. I got to do a little math, figure it out, and then I'll see y'all in a second. Now, there's a few things I need to look at as far as how much lime can be made from the amount of stone I have there. 58,861, that's not exactly an even number. So I need to figure out exactly how much 1 liter of stone makes as far as lime. And 1 liter of stone makes 2.25 liters of lime. Doing the math there, that comes out to 132,437.25 liters of lime. Now, how much exactly is that worth if I sold it on the market? Looking into the price fluctuation here, the highest one is $2,754. Now we'll just take our 132,000 liters we have, sell it off. This is $2,754 per 1,000 liters. So let's see if I get my math right here. Basically, the easy way to do that right here is figure out how much it pays per 1 liter, and it ends up paying $2.75. Well, 75.4, I guess. Either way, we're going to multiply that by the total amount of lime we have, and that's going to give us $364,732 for flipping this field. Now, I did say I want to see how much it would save us from buying lime, but that value is obviously not going to be that high. I think I can figure it out. Let's go ahead and figure that out real quick too. That comes out to 50 cents, almost 51 cents per liter. We'll multiply that by how much lime we just created, and that comes out to $67,000. So if I was to buy this lime, that would cost $67,000. But I really like the idea of selling it off now for $364,000. Oh wow, that is a lot of money. A lot. Not going to happen. We're going to use it for the fields though. Go ahead and come in here and activate this, start making all this lime, and you know what? Just looking at the value of how much I'm going to make selling this lime, I'm really tempting to sell it off and just go ahead and buy it whenever I need it because of the values for selling versus the values for buying. I don't know. We'll decide that in a future episode because it's going to take a little while for that to actually turn into lime. Now let's head over here to this field. Don't really need to, but we need to return it. As far as return it, I mean sell it. Let's go ahead and jump into here and we'll sell it here. 33, sell for $784,753. Now I'm not 100% sure what I bought it for. I'm thinking right around that. I don't think the price fluctuates with what's on the field. Either way, I don't think they're going to value rocks at $300 and some $1,000. So we will sell that. I'd say that's a pretty good flip right there. That's actually my first time flipping a field. I did mention earlier on in this series, not necessarily this season, but in this series that I was going to flip a field, but I forgot to sell it. And that, I think, is actually the field that we plant all our crops for our chickens on. So not bad keeping it. Well, just got word. I got an old buddy next town over. He's going to sell me some things, but what we're about to do here is not exactly illegal. So whenever I see y'all here in a minute, I'll be doing something very illegal. Not sure if y'all noticed, but it is now 2 in the morning and we are $200,000 less than what we were a little while ago. And oh my gosh, no, we gotta flee this scene. We cannot get caught doing what we're doing right now. You know what, he's fine, I'm fine, let's just keep going. Anyways, why am I driving the semi with the livestock trailer? And why am I $200,000 less in my bank account? That's because I just spent $200,000 on 2,000 female chickens. Yeah, that seems like a huge ripoff. But currently in this world, in this time, we are not able to buy female chickens. The sale of female chickens are regulated by the government, and to buy them on the black market is very, very expensive. So that being said, we only have 832 chickens in here. We're gonna go ahead and offload them. I got a couple more buddies behind me with some more livestock trailers. We're gonna take our chicken count from what it is now and add 2,000 female chicks to it. Let's see exactly how much we got in there whenever I'm done here. Maybe a little hard to tell on the bottom right there, but we went from 3,618 chickens up to 5,618 chickens. Now they're gonna start eating more food and require more food, of course, but I think we'll be able to do it. I will have to stay up the next couple hours tagging them and everything, then I'm gonna get some sleep, wake up in the morning, and continue our farming. Ooh, look at that, bright and early, 8 a.m. in October. I mean, I only slept like an hour or two, but it's better than nothing. What I meant by having to tag them is, since all this stuff is so regulated and we're such a huge shortage, every single chick or chicken has to have some sort of tag to it. So as long as nobody comes out here for the next couple of months, we should be fine, because I just tagged a bunch of female adult chickens, I guess, as baby chicks. Hopefully nobody comes out here. That's a big risk I'm taking. It's just a huge fine. I think we'll be fine paying it. hopefully. Recently, I ended up flipping a field, and not the way you would normally think of it. The way I flipped it was I got the stones off of it to make lime. Now, I was originally thinking, hey, let's use that lime for the field work. But after doing a little math and seeing how much that lime is actually worth, it got me thinking, I don't exactly want to use it for the field work. I want to sell it off for a profit. That's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to grab a trailer, load up what we can, what we have, maybe even wait for the rest of it to run off and then go sell it off. I don't know if I'm going to sell it off now or try to wait the best sell time. Don't even know when the best sell time is for it. I guess I get a look here in just a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and load it up because that production is stopped because the output of lime is full. It actually looks like we do not have a sell point for lime. That is a little bit of an issue. I'll need to put down some sort of sell point and sell everything's kind of calling my name. Let's try to find a spot for that somewhere on the farm. Got a couple options here. I'm really leaning towards this one right here, probably putting it over here just because it's kind of out of the way and I won't drive over it. Now I was wanting to put it over here by this farmer's market, but to do that, there's a chance I'll probably end up driving through it as I'm trying to sell something over here or vice versa. I don't know if I want to put it there or not. Kind of leaning towards the not. So let's go ahead and put it back over there. This kind of be our little sell everything for our farm. Basically, the idea is we'll load up this Connex, get it shipped off somehow, and that's where our money's coming from. That's the idea. I think it'll work out great, and we'll slap that in right there, and nothing changed to the ground. That is awesome. I like that. Wait, never mind. It did change texture. Let's fix that texture with a little bit of gravel. Now that we have a lime sell point in place, this is looking good, and even spot for liquid fertilizer. That is nice. Now, March is the best sell time. Don't know exactly if I'm going to wait till then. Max price is only $6.74. That is not sounding good. And wait a second. I thought the lime paid a lot more than that. Hold up. What am I missing? Because whenever we did this math last time, there was a sell point. Why is there not a sell point now? Well, that's kind of weird. It's showing the lime production as my sell point. I don't think I can actually sell it there, but $2,771. Now, what if I set it up on selling automatically? I believe that would actually get that right there, but the issue is I already took this out. Don't think I can put it back in. Geez, I don't know how I feel about that. Looks like I'm seeing some sort of option here to unload the lime. Let's give that a try. Not sure if that's going to load into the production or just straight up sell off. I'm hoping it just straight up sells off. That would be pretty nice. I guess I probably should have waited though until best sell time. But it looks like it did not sell off. Looks like it just went right into there. Our lime is now at 100% capacity, 100,000 liters. I guess I got an option here. I can upgrade this where I can hold more and I can save it till best sell time. Or I go ahead and sell it. I'm going to go ahead and actually just sell it. Let's put it on selling, jump over to the next tower, watch that money go up. Now, I do need to pay off that loan. Don't know exactly how much I'm going to pay off. I'm trying to kind of get up there quite a bit, maybe $1 million pay off. Took out quite a bit of loan to finance and purchase that land behind us. So maybe after I flip all this lime out of here and sell it off. There we go. We went up to $789,000. That doesn't seem right. What was I at a second ago? What just happened? There's no way I made a good profit on that. That looked like it barely moved. Hold up. Well, you know what? I think I was at like 729. But still, that just doesn't seem right. You know, I don't think it gave me a sold products either. Let's look into the finance tabs. Maybe it'll tell me a little bit of something. All right, it won't tell me in the top right that it's sold products. I forgot about that. But we do have $61,561 of sold products here. Now, that just doesn't seem right. So I don't think I'm getting that full $2,000 something. Obviously, there is a little fee involved with direct selling, but I think that should be more. You know, great thing about recording these episodes, this series, just this gameplay in general, is I can look back at the previous episode and see exactly where I was at for a question I had no idea about. So I was really wondering where I was at on my loan balance, and I was at 1,100, well, not 1,100, 1,100,000, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm not even going to be able to reach that. What happened to all my money? Ooh, that's not looking good. So I need to get back down to $1,100,000, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Let's see if there's anything else to sell off. I'm going to figure out how to make some more money here in a little bit, but first we need to get this over to our large crop field because there are some weeds growing in there. Want to get it now before it starts to require narrow tires. I don't think I have a single tractor out there with narrow tires. Still haven't looked into anything to sell quite yet. I'll be honest with you, I might be a little scared to look into something to sell because I don't think I really got anything. Yeah, it's not looking good. Now, once the next hour rolls over, the lime that is in there will sell off automatically, so our money will go up some, and I'm pretty interested to see exactly how much we get from all that lime selling. So I'm going to leave it on selling. Don't know if it's a good deal. Obviously, it doesn't appear to be a good deal, but we'll figure it out. Now, as far as the soybeans go, I need to bring it over here to this production because after the upgrade to the production, I topped up a few items and missed topping off the soybeans. I guess I need to top that off. Don't really need to. I think it'd work out fine without it being topped off. I don't even know how much it actually holds, and I cannot back this trailer up straight, but good thing this works right here, so we're going to leave it right here and empty it out. Well, it just took all that. That's not good. Let me go ahead and top it off some more and see how much it ends up taking. Might have to end up planting some soybeans sometime soon. Now, I don't have any self-sufficient rules, so I could just buy soybeans or anything else I need for that production. I'm just trying to keep it as self-sufficient as I can. At least I don't think I got a self-sufficient rule. Y'all know if I ever mentioned it, let me know. And let me know the episode so I can refer back to it. Only 81,000 liters of soybeans left here. This is not looking good. I haven't looked in there yet to see how much it holds, how short I am. Let's just go ahead and dump it and see if there's any left over or not. Looks like I got some good news. It did stop filling up. Now I'm just going to actually leave this here. I don't know if I'm going to leave the truck here. Now I'll just leave the trailer. Let's drop the trailer, move the truck out of the way, and I'll top that off some more later on. Let's look into that production, see if we're missing anything else. I would like to actually upgrade some more factories or productions in general, but we don't have the money, and I really need to get back down to that loan limit to make this a successful field flip, but it's not looking like a successful field flip. Looks like all our productions are up and running pretty good, but there are a few issues here I want to kind of try to address and fix possibly, which is the whole onion, pepper, cucumber issue, and that actually comes from a greenhouse as part of that mod pack, and that greenhouse is right here. Now, those are set on distributing, going over there automatically. It just doesn't seem like they're putting out as much as I want them to put out. We can upgrade that. $11,000. We have that. I just don't know if I should spend almost all my money on that. I think I'm going to. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. It is good to go now. Where's it at? It's right in here. So that will double or more than double our speed and start putting out more. Now, I don't know if I need it to put out tomatoes or not. That's one thing I might stop it from doing because we already got a pretty good tomato greenhouse garden already set up and going. Another thing I'm really trying to figure out is how to get more premium potatoes because that's not looking good. I guess I could shut everything else down and just make nothing but premium potatoes until that's full, but that's not exactly what I want to do. I may end up having to put in another production building in general just to make premium potatoes only. And that's not too bad of an idea. That is something I have thought of a time or two. Now, one of the real big questions here is how well are our new chickens doing? Here are our new chickens right here. The 1,168 pack right here and the 832 pack. I was only able to transport 832 with the semi. That's why that's there. And then I was able to get another 1168 in there at a separate time. But their health is getting up there. That's good. No bursts yet. And our total yearly food requirement is 1.2 million liters. That's ridiculous. Oh man, but we do have 494 males to sell off, and we will probably go ahead and do that soon, but first, let's get them out of there into the trailer. That way I don't have to waste my food on feeding them. Looks like all the stone has finally been processed, and this is now done. Well, I guess there's 1 liter left over. I don't know if that's going to run through. Highly doubt it. Let's go ahead and stop it. Leave the lime on selling. Let's see exactly how much money we'll get. We'll roll over to the next hour right now, figure all that out. We went up to $30,796. That's not bad, I think. I mean, seems pretty good. Looking into the finance tab, that puts us at $89,580 of sold products, and all that sold products should only be that lime. At least I think it is. I don't know where the rest of these other sold products come from. Maybe selling stuff off manually? Possibly. That seems about right. But either way, $90,000 from lime, flipping the field, made $90,000. That actually does not seem very good at all, not compared to the math we did previously. I guess it's just too good to be true. Should have caught that. Wish I did. Not sure if I'll keep selling it or not. I'm not 100% sure how much lime we actually had in there to begin with, so making $90,000, that ain't bad, I guess. I think it's still cheaper than buying it, or it's more of a profit to sell it than buy it. That makes any sense. I do know we definitely sold off about 150,000 liters of lime here. Let's see exactly how much we made per 1,000 liters, I guess. After doing the math, I don't know the exact, all I went off of was 150,000 liters of lime, but that came out to almost $600 per 1,000 liters. Yeah, that's actually looking like it didn't sell at the best sell price area. Looks like it sold at my sell everything, because here we are at the sell everything, $658 versus the $2,771 at the lime production. Yeah, no, that definitely is not worth it. I mean, it's more than buying it. There's no doubt about that. We are making a profit no matter what, but it's not the profit I was hoping for, the profit I was looking for. These are not the profits you are looking for. Sorry, I had to slip that in there. Now, the reason I'm in the semi here is because we're going to go ahead and sell off some of the chickens. This is actually full all the way up, 832 chickens. They are all males, of course, that's all I'm allowed to sell off. And there are a few more left in the actual chicken coop. So this is actually gonna make some more progress towards our goal. Not really goal requirement per se, but speaking of goals, I really got a big goal this episode. I wanna make more premium potatoes. Now we have a huge abundance of potatoes. That seems to be our large money maker every January. I want to shift that money making from just potatoes to premium potatoes. But how do I make more premium potatoes? I'm gonna have to put in another production. Yeah, let's get some sort of production in for some premium potatoes. It's gonna be the exact same one we got already. It's just gonna focus on nothing but premium potatoes. Maybe a few other items here and there, possibly. No promises though. First, let's get these sold off, see how much money we make. I mean, money doesn't really matter. It's definitely not much. Let's just sell off 832 chickens and count that towards our requirements. Just got done selling all them off, and I'm a little conflicted of what I should do here. Now, I'm thinking I might sell off 3 more. Yes, I said 3 more, because I'm not liking the grand total number we're at. So previously we had sold some off, and with that 832 plus the previous sell, that puts us at 997 sold chickens. And that comes into why I want to sell off 3 of them. I want that even 1,000. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's just go ahead and bring it back over to the chicken coop. Top it off with the rest of the male chickens. If there is 3 of them, that's just calling destiny. I have to do it, but I don't think there's just 3. I think there might be more than that. I was really hoping there was only 3, but there's 154. That's fine. I mean, more the merrier, the more the better, because we definitely need a lot more chickens to sell off. Here's a huge money maker that's actually going to get us a lot of money, be able to pay our loan down to where it was previously before trying to flip a field, because I definitely failed. And that is going to be the eggs, $285,000 worth over at the Farmer Wholesale. I believe that's the one I got right over there, that little green building. We will pick up this global goods transport pallet, take it over there, get it all sold off. Let me find a trailer first. I got a trailer somewhere. Oh, wait a second, I got it over here. It's currently a little occupied. We can go ahead and make it unoccupied by moving these pallets over into storage. Somehow it took me a couple hours to get this loaded up. No, not really. I did fast forward some time. I was getting tired of the rain. But I will go ahead and empty out what we got here first into the production, because that is the main priority for those eggs, is the production over here. And then, of course, make some good money off of it. Let's see if those empty off, and there they went right in there. We only have 66,645 liters of eggs left. Don't know the exact value on that, but we will know here in just a second as soon as we sell it off, plus a little environmental score. Here we go, almost done, and there. All the eggs sold off for $281,512, plus the $36,388 environmental score reward. Yeah, that is a lot of money. Now let's go ahead and take care of our loan issue here in a second once I get this back over here to the chicken coop. Not sure if y'all caught the last few episodes, but I did take out a huge loan trying to flip a field, and before I took out that loan, I was at $1,100,000. Now, before we get too far into it, let's go ahead and pay off that $100,000 requirement to our loan that's required every single year. We can go ahead and knock it out, not have to worry about it in the future whenever I'm out of money. I think that's safe to do right now, possibly. I'm not sure. But now our loan is down to $1 million. We only have $104,000. Hopefully that's enough for the production in the land. I might have enough land here, but I don't want to put it here. I got big plans for some other land. Here's the plot of land I would like to buy and go ahead and build another processing factory for the potatoes, which will be dedicated only to premium potatoes, like I mentioned earlier. I've always wanted to build some sort of production on this little plot of land. I hope this is big enough. I hope I have enough money. Not sure. Let's go ahead and see how much this land actually costs and see if I can buy it. We'll start there, and then, of course, we'll see how much a production costs. And I guess I got a shop delivery there, or store delivery. That's interesting. I'm going to have to remove that before I place something in there, but the value of this land is only $12,261. I like that. They definitely didn't get into those new market value prices as of 2024. You can tell easily, because this piece of land right here would sell for a couple of $1 million in Alma, Missouri. No, not really, but it'd still sell for a lot more than $12,000. We actually have the money for it, and I'm pretty excited about that. Just don't know if I should really invest that much money into it. It seems like a bad idea, but it's definitely an idea that I'm going to do. Well, let's go ahead and do it. $80,000, well, a little over $80,000 after a little terraforming. And then, of course, we'll touch it up, put some regular gravel in there. I don't like that fancy asphalt cement stuff. Too fancy for me. What we need to do next is actually get some potatoes in there and some water moving over there. Might even just put in a dedicated water source over there. I think it might actually work for productions. We'll find out together, because I'm definitely going to try it. But why am I in this and not something that carries potatoes? Because while tapping through the vehicles, I noticed a huge issue with the ketchup factory. Let's go look at that. And here's the issue. Yeah, they're all starting to fall over. I don't know. Some of them stacked really good. Some of them didn't. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, I think I know what happened there. So it looks like there was only one stack originally, and then I got that new mod for stacking better, and it kind of messed a few things up. But let's go ahead and get it all auto-loaded on here. Not sure exactly how much is inside the production, and wow, that's all that goes on there? That's not much at all. Hopefully more goes on the trailer. Well, more of them did go on the trailer, but it doesn't look like as much went on there as I really wanted to, and we got an issue here. I keep running into that fire hydrant. I gotta figure out how to get off this thing without ripping it out of the ground. Oh man, that would be so cool. Somebody build a map like that. You hit a fire hydrant, water just spews out everywhere. And then of course you get hit with a big fee. You know, I think that'd be a pretty cool feature also onto the map whenever you run over all these signs and stuff like that. Get a little tiny fee with them. That would be pretty sweet. Let me go ahead and check to see if best sell time for this ketchup might be sometime soon. I just take it straight over there and sell it off. I'm not sure. Almost, really close. December is the best sell time, and whoa, we got, oh man, $737,000 worth right now? Whoa, that is looking crazy. Yeah. We're going to be doing good with money, I think. Let's go ahead and get this stored and then sold off a little bit later. Looking into our new production here, and all we need is potatoes and water. Now the water, we're going to try to make it automatic. More automatic than it already is, let's put it that way. And it gives us premium potatoes and starch. Is that starch? I think it's starch. Let's look down here. Yeah, it is starch. I went ahead and switched it over to spawning. And then the premium potatoes, I'll go ahead and set that on spawning. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to set it on distributing, and that will actually head over to our other production that is utilizing them. And we'll take a quick look at that other production right here. And that does end up holding 20,000 liters. Wait, yes, it does hold 20,000 liters. Wait, hold up. Yeah, right here, 20,000 liters. We're just never anywhere near it. And if that number gets maxed out and this other factory shuts down because it's got nowhere to distribute, I'll go ahead and set that on spawning and try to save them and sell them. Most likely sell them because they're some pretty good money. Guess I talked a little too long there. We ended up with 268,000 liters of potatoes, which is fine. We'll just leave the extra over there in the trailer possibly. Let's get this over there and figure out that whole water issue also. Got the potatoes over here, got it fired up, says it's missing materials, which is water. This is what I'm gonna try here. Wait a second, I guess that doesn't work. This water pump can only be placed near a stable or greenhouse. So you see, I thought I saw it work on a production one time. Maybe there's a greenhouse nearby and it overflowed into it somehow, but no, looks like it's not working. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyways, our normal water area is coming out of here. I have to fill this up every once in a while, and the water comes from here over to other items that may require it. So that's kind of a bummer, but while I got this pulled up, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to a few areas such as this right here possibly. I don't know, I'm kind of worried the water might go into the silo over here. We'll take a quick look at that, make sure it doesn't go into that silo over there because that means it's going to make it full. And I missed my tap point. Oh well, this works right here. But it does not reach all the way over here, which is good news. Okay, we're safe. Now that's not the only one I want to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and knock out this one over here too. That way that water distributor I showed you previously that's been running these greenhouses will only focus on running the new production all the way over there by the railroad tracks. And of course, this production right here. Because I can't put one over here. That's a bummer. One more thing that's on here listed for the best sell time is actually this paprika chips. It says it's the best sell time, but it's not exactly giving me the best value. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's just go ahead and get it sold off. 7,137 liters of it. I don't think I'm going to sell off exactly that much. I believe I'm doing an even number. And all the ones I need are over here. Looks like we have 7,000 liters, 10 pallets of 700 liters apiece. We'll check all those out. Then, of course, get them loaded up and sold off. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a pretty interesting way for it to load up. I missed a few holes there, ended up stacking. I like it, though. Now, I don't necessarily need to sell this off. I'm just looking at the bank balance there of $1,700 and thinking about sleeping through the night to sell off all that ketchup for a cool $750,000. Yeah, that's good money. I'm going to make good money next month. I just don't want to be in the negative for it. So with that being sold off, we're at $50,311 plus a $6,503 environmental score reward. Now, we got a little bit of a crisis back at the farm. We're going to head over here. Just realized this coming back in. I was like, oh no, they're about to starve. I'm pretty sure the chickens are almost out of food. Hopefully this truck right here can do the whole job because I don't want to have to get a tractor out. And I'm pretty excited about this episode because I'm hoping we're going to go up to probably over $1 million in our bank account. I'm hoping. No promises. I don't know. I might have to spend some money to make some money. Hey, looky there. Can hook up. Let's see here, run over here real quick. It has 11,329 liters of food in there, not much at all. You know, I still can't believe I'm using this truck right here. Surprised I haven't upgraded to something newer. There it goes, it's automatically dumping out in there, which is working out perfect. And oh man, we are about out of food there. Or grain, or whatever you want to call it. Ooh, that's not looking good. Well, we'll just leave this here. Run on over to our house. Probably go ahead and sleep through the month. And then make some big sell next month. But I might lease something to help us speed up that sell. We'll see that. Now in the month of December, with some snow coming down, that's pretty nice. You know, I wish it would snow a little more. It probably does in Alma, Missouri, but I'm out of Oklahoma and it doesn't snow as much as I would like it to, I guess. Maybe I should move up north, or at least get any good snow like I remember getting whenever I was a kid. First, we're going to go ahead and empty out the melt chickens so they stop eating all our food. I'm sure I got a few in here. Where are they at? There's some right there. 678. Wow. Yeah, we might have to go make a sale. Yeah, we do. 832 chickens. That actually works out pretty good because while we're in town, we're going to go ahead and switch out this trailer for another one. Now, of course, I'm going to keep this one, but we're going to switch out this trailer for a rental, and then whenever I go to return that trailer later on, I'll pick this one back up. So this actually works out pretty good. Let's go get 832 of these chickens sold. Get a little bit closer to our requirement, and I'm not even sure exactly where we're at, but I got a feeling we're pretty far away from it. Heading over to the shop now, and 832 chickens are gone. They're sold off. We are now at a grand total of 1,829 chickens sold. Now, the requirement is 4,000, so we're almost halfway there, but let's go ahead and park this up out of the way, get it unhooked, see about leasing some equipment, maybe even buy it, the more I think about it, because, I mean, we got $48,000. That might be enough. You know, I don't think this is going to be a complete waste. I think it's going to pay for itself pretty soon and be a good addition to the farm and the operation moving forward into the future. I mean, we still got 5 years to go here. This is season 5. That's year 5. We got to do 10 years, see if we can even pay off this loan and everything. So with a long ways to go, planning for the future, this only cost them $34,500. We will go ahead and buy it. Now, that does pose a little bit of an issue here because I'm still hooked up to a trailer. Let's get this trailer back over to the chickens, come back for that trailer. We're going to utilize it to sell off a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Well, maybe just one item, but still a lot of it. I figured I'd go ahead and top off this trailer before I, use the truck for another trailer, but it looks like we might be doing more than just topping it off. Yes, that's kind of crazy. Did not see that coming. We got another 832 melt chicks in here. So that 4,000 chicken sale requirement might actually be a lot easier than I thought it would be. I'm sure buying all those illegal chickens probably helped some, but let's go ahead and get those sold off, see what our total's up to. I know we're going to be over halfway there. I can't believe this. We got another trailer full. Let's see if I can just sell them off here because this driving back and forth is taking quite a while. And this should tell me exactly how much is in here also. We're not going to make any money off this sell, and that's really something I was never really worried about, was making money off the sell. I don't know why I was doing the trailer fulls. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what my idea behind that was. But this only goes up to 1,000, so there's more. I believe there's more than 1,000 male chicks in here. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell off this 1,000. We'll add that to the total, and then we'll see what we got left. Looks like there's 41 left. We'll sell those off, and we'll do the math real quick, see what our grand total is. I think my worries and fear of not hitting that 4,000 chickens sold part of the contract is gone, because that was ridiculous how much we just sold off there and how much we're up to right now. So far this season, and I mean, we're only like halfway through the season. I think the season starts in August, not even halfway. We have sold off 3,702 chickens. Now we just need to get that up to 4,000 and we are done with that requirement, goal, whatever. And I'll probably just keep them in there and save them till next year and sell them off then. That number's going to keep going up every single year. So right now it's looking good. Maybe in the future it won't. But we are also facing another issue with that. That is the fact that we're running out of food. We're going to have to start buying some food for them. Might be a little bit of an issue here. I don't know how to open up the other side, because in the past I've only been able to load on the left side, but I can't exactly pull straight through this area. I mean, I'm sure I can make something work, but the reason we're here is we got a lot of stuff to sell off. And it's actually the stuff sticking out of the building right here. Little red bottles of methane. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know what color bottles methane would really be in, but nah, it's ketchup. 123 pallets of ketchup. Let's go ahead and check that out, and we'll look at the grand total value in a little bit. And it looks like that stuff is not loading up on there. No, it's not. I'm gonna have to figure something out here. Oh well. Before I get it all loaded up, we'll take a quick look here. Ketchup has a total value of $860,000 right now. That may have went down with what I've already checked out. I'm not sure exactly where they get their numbers from on this. Best sell time's December. It's not quite up there all the way, if y'all know what I'm talking about. It needs to be that bright green like this vegetable fat. So we might sell off some vegetable fat, might sell some starch, but also after selling off $1 million worth of ketchup, I don't think I'm going to worry about selling anything else off. We now got 78 pallets of ketchup loaded up, which is 78,000 liters. Best sell price is over at the diner restaurant. That's where we're heading to right now. I believe the last time I sold this off was over at the pizzeria, and I think it even had a ketchup symbol on it too. Trying to get this all sold off at once, and it's, oh man, it's looking like it's not going to work. Might have just missed some. Come on, back up, back up. Oh, nope, I definitely missed some. You've got to be kidding me. That's $378,223 plus a $48,890 environmental score. Ah, man. Wish I'd make these sell points a little bit bigger. I'm sure they're not meant to be doing stuff like this with it either. I'm just going to work on getting it all sold off right now with one trailer. We're already up to $511,000. I'll see y'all whenever I'm done. This wasn't a full trailer, but we ended up getting $417,000 plus a $54,000 environmental score reward. And that put us up to $983,000. I was really hoping I'd be over $1 million. Wasn't sure exactly how much I'd get for that environmental score reward, so I was kind of thinking that would push us over. But nope, it didn't. It actually ended up getting us a little short of that $1 million, but hey, that's still a lot of money. I mean, I'm liking it. Now let's see how we could blow all that money, because I'm definitely really good at that. Looking a little more into selling off this vegetable fat and starch, and I realized that's not a very final product. That's actually stuff I need to make final products, such as French fries, dried potatoes, paprika chips, potato pancakes, potato salad, all that good stuff. So I'm not going to sell that off. I'm just going to hold on to it, use it in the productions, and it looks like there's nothing else to sell off, and I think we are good to go ahead and sleep all the way until planting time, or is it harvest time? Nah, I think it's planting time. Gosh, it has been a minute since I've done a potato planting episode. Ooh, do not know what happened here, but coming over here to check on the chickens, their health is all the way down. 0% health, 0 food. Well, obviously I know what happened. The food ran out. That is not good at all. Let's see if I can get this dumped in there somehow. And that is nowhere near enough food. I wonder if I can top this off. Let's see here, folding not allowed. While that's extended, well, I don't want it extended. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to fold that in. Gosh, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to have to come over here before I go to sleep each month, check on them, feed them. But let's go ahead and not do that. What? Wait a second. Do I got food in here, actually? Maybe I do. Straw, potatoes, soybeans, wood chips. Nope. Don't got any food in there. But we do have a multi-fruit buying station, and we're going to end up filling this thing up with the cheapest grain, because I'm actually buying it now. So let's find out which one's cheaper. Got wheat for $7.58, barley for $7.04. They don't eat oats, they don't eat canola, they eat sorghum. $9.67. So the cheapest one is gonna be the barley. So we'll go ahead and buy that barley and possibly fill this up. Don't know. I believe this has like a huge capacity. I'll keep an eye on that money. I know we're going to end up using every little bit that we got there, but let's go check on our chickens, see if they're still alive. I mean, I guess they are. I don't have it set up where they die. There's 9,435 chickens in here. That's quite a bit, but I think that's what I had last month, so maybe they didn't reproduce any. Well, I guess they did, because now I got some males in here. We'll go ahead and back down here, hit that negative, and we're at 648 male chicks. We'll go ahead and sell that off, and that's going to complete our contract requirement of 4,000. We will sell... There we go. Did I make money off of that? No, I lost money off of that. Ooh, interesting. Oh, never saw that coming. Anyways, that's all good. All the males are out of here. They're all sold off. We hit our 4,000 chicken sold requirement. Man, my money is dropping big time. I should probably stop that. Now, with that being over 4,000 chickens sold, I'm just going to let it do its thing, run its course right now, and then I'll worry about next year's goal once I hit next year. And obviously, I'm probably going to have a food issue that I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with. I don't know. We'll stop that right there. 516,000 liters of barley, and I got a feeling that's not anywhere near enough. I forgot I had this mod here that shows me exactly how much food they eat. Good thing I got it. And I'm starting to think it's not very accurate, because I had 200,000 liters of food in there last month, and if their daily food / monthly food is 172, shouldn't have ran out, but it did. Maybe I forgot to refill last month. I'm not sure. Either way, it says that it uses 172,000. We got 200,000 in there. That should be enough. But before I sleep through the next month, I will check that at nighttime if I remember. It's now almost 4:40 p.m. on the game, and wow, we have 200,000 liters of food in there. I guess as soon as I came over here, it dumped in there automatically, but before that, it was only down to like 127,000. So I guess I need to come over here close to that, and it will do it automatically for me. That's pretty cool. But either way, they got enough food. Let's go ahead and sleep to the morning and see what happens. It's now February, a little after 8 a.m., and we got 173,000 liters of barley left here. The chicken coop is completely full. It stayed full. It's at 100% health, which is absolutely amazing. I love that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the male chicks, possibly. That way they just don't cost us any food. Because I got a feeling we probably got quite a bit. There's 1,000 right there. We don't need them. They're just eating our food. There's 528 right there, so 1,528 male chicks right there. If I remember to do that each month, I think we'll be good and save some money on food. But we are now up to 10,236 chickens in here. And of course, they're all females. That's a lot of chickens. You know, I was saying I wish it would snow some, but after seeing all this snow here, yeah, I'm starting to remember why I don't like the snow. I mean, as a kid, it was great, but trying to drive and stuff like this, no. It's no fun even on this video game. Got a few things I really want to work on, which is get all the way to planting time, harvest time, and keep these chickens alive for the rest of the season. Because if I'm getting all the way to planting time, that means that's the end of the season. So let's go ahead and look at our chickens, and look at that. The food is at 0. That is a huge issue, but there is something that may help me quite a bit here. And that is the fact that I did edit the XML file. I finally just went ahead and did it. It now holds 2 million liters of food. Let's see here. Not sure where I exactly see that, but actually looking in here at the keyboard controls, there's another mod I installed that's pretty cool. Go ahead and show that off here in just a minute. Previously, this chicken barn, whatever, coop could only hold 200,000 liters of food. I just went ahead and went in there and added an extra 0 to it. Now it's holding that. And also, I want to go ahead and sell off these chicken males in there because they're just a huge waste. We've already met our goal, and speaking of selling them off, I don't see that trigger here. That is what that new mod is I got. It's this hide mod trigger or something, hide the trigger something mod, whatever. I believe it's PC only. That seems like something that would only be allowed on PC. I used to always go into the settings and disable that. Well, I'd have to turn it on and off all the time trying to keep it off camera. But now with that being a mod option, I will be able to hit a button and do it if I remember. 1,000 male chickens here, and that's all I can sell off is 1,000 is the max at a time. We're gonna sell off more just once I get in here. Let's hear. Ooh, man, got 1789 out of that. That's not bad. So it's looking like we might be able to hit our requirements next year around. We've already got it this season, this year. And I'm not sure what the requirements are next year. I'd have to check the paperwork for that, but we'll get there eventually. Now, like I said, we got a large capacity here. Do I want to fill that up all the way? Yes, probably, most likely. I do know it's going to come in handy, especially since I want to skip all the way till harvest time. And I did mention getting all the way to planting time, which is actually right now. So let me get these chickens taken care of pretty well and get some workers out there on the fields. Well, you know what? They're already good. Wasting time if I ain't got no workers out there. Let me get some workers out on the field. Getting a worker over here on this field, and I'm a little low on seeds or potatoes, I believe. Maybe even a little low on some fertilizer. I'm not sure. We'll see how fast that goes through. We got some good amount of money up there. I'm also thinking about buying another seeder planter, but there's something else very important I need to buy before I purchase that. And the other thing I need to buy is really expensive. And it's really expensive in real life too. That would be land. Gosh, stuff costs so much nowadays. Ooh, I was about to be worried. So looking at this land here, I do try to take some notes. I'm all over the place. I work a lot. I got multiple series going. So I try to keep notes for each one of these series. And my notes said, buy farmland or field. Well, actually it says, buy a new field, field 33 for $210,000. I didn't read that $210,000, and I wasn't in this screen. So I go into this screen here and it shows 33. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look at the money. I'm like, no, I don't got enough money there. It is actually just field 33, not farmland 33. This is farmland 32. We're gonna go ahead and purchase this. Now, why are we purchasing this? Because I like to buy more land. No, but I think we're gonna be a little short this year around on our harvest for our contract requirement. Our contract requirement is 1.25 million liters of potatoes has to be harvested. If we don't get that, we have to pay a fine. And I'm pretty sure we was under that just a little bit last year around. So just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and get this new field. This may have been a mistake, $151,000 in seeds. Now the reason I say it may have been a mistake is because I have the option to put actual potatoes in there for a lot cheaper of a price. But I'm like, no, that's just way too cheap. That seems a little too cheaty. Let's just do seeds all the way around for anything I plant. And that was a lot of money. Gosh, $201,000 left. I don't think I can afford another seeder planter because I still got to buy food for those chickens. And not forget about that, because it's very important that we keep these chickens alive. I'm gonna go ahead and do something totally crazy. Now, this is a huge risk. This is possibly gonna ruin my bank account series all in general. I mean, this is crazy. In the enhanced animals system, there's animals can be removed. So if their food, right there says off to the side, animals can be removed when health drops to 0%. I'm turning that on. I'm saying let's keep these chickens alive. Let's really put some bite behind that bark, if you get what I'm saying. Well, this ain't looking good. Money's almost gone. A little over 200,000 liters of food here, and I got to figure out how to make some more money. I think it'd be fairly easy to do, possibly. I just got to sell off some of my stuff. Now, whether it's best sell time is most likely no. But let's go ahead and top this off, keep this running over here. Why am I not moving? What is going on? Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess it wouldn't move while I was emptying out. That's kind of weird. Or maybe that's normal. Almost 400,000 liters of food in there with the requirement over 200,000 liters each month. So this ain't even 2 months worth of food in there right now. And we are out of money. And that is really going to be an issue for keeping them alive. Ooh. Over here looking at our brand new field now, and this has a lot of rocks on it, but with it being our brand new field, we're gonna go ahead and plow it up anyways. We're gonna plow it, pick up the rocks, and plant some new crop in there. Potatoes? Well, you know what? I got alignment also. Well, let's go ahead and get started on that. Here's the thing, got a new field, got nothing to name it yet. I think I got an idea. With my very first channel member, I feel like I should name it after him. And plus, I believe he's making a little bit of content here and there, worth checking out, and that is going to be Dan. First field planting done, heading off to the next one right now, and I want to go ahead and just go over this. Give a thanks to these people right here. And whenever I first started this channel, I didn't know exactly who to name these fields after. I didn't know who was going to come here and comment, but I did know there was 4 people for sure that was always there for me and helping me out. There are other content creators, AutoSim Crew, The Herd, Rambo Hacker Gaming, and Simulation Gaming Universe, which I believe he just changed his name back to Farm Sim Universe. Yes, he did. Had to confirm that. He just recently did it. Yeah, I remember I saw his new logo and I was like, man, that logo looks sweet. And then he said he went back to his original name. And then I just went ahead and added Dan there. He was my first channel member on here. Now, I will end up adding people who just regularly comment too. There's no doubt about that, but these are the people that stand out the most. Like I said, this was my first series I started on this channel, one of the first, and I had some fields I had to name. That's where I got to it. I need to do a little better job of naming these fields on other series, but I've been forgetting. I always try to show my appreciation for the viewers as much as possible. And if y'all didn't know that, you could see that over on my $10 million sheep challenge with these fun little sheep of the months. Got about 700,000 liters of potatoes in here. I'm gonna go ahead and sell those off to try to get our bank account back up. Now, this is absolutely a horrible time to sell. We can look right here, and this doesn't even have a color to it as far as green, any shades of green. Even there's a shade of yellowish, I guess, right there. Yeah, we're losing a lot of money here, a lot. So we can see the value right here as I got in the screen. Looks like it's not dropping any, but it's at 455,000 here, and the max value is at 511. So easily missing out on a good 56. Whoop, can't math. 50 plus 6. Yeah, 56,000-ish. Got the stone picker off and going on our new field. Gonna go ahead and get some lime on there. I think I should be able to apply it at the same time. Now, if y'all don't remember, the stones are being made into lime, which is being sold off. So moving forward, I will be buying all my lime, which still makes me a profit as long as I got enough money to buy my lime. I really don't want to sell this, but I really don't want to lose all those chickens. I guess there's really no reason not to sell it except for making premium potatoes. It just goes so slow. I can't rely on selling premium potatoes only. We're gonna go ahead and sell this here. We do have a grain field with barley on it that's going to be harvestable in about 2 to 3 months. That's a little too long after we looked at the animal food calculator for our chicken bin. Yeah, that's just a little too long. Hopefully this will get us till that harvest time. Wow, $452,000. Looking good. Love it. With all that new money we got, I'm gonna go ahead and spend $288,000 on some barley, which gave us 400,000 liters. We'll go ahead and put that all in the chicken coop, and that should be plenty to get us to harvest time. Well, you know what? I guess it depends on how much they reproduce, because that number is just gonna go up every single month. We are now in the month of April, and I am a little concerned that those chickens are super fast. Holy cow, you see that blur on them? They definitely had some blurriness to them. I don't know why, but a lot of my stuff's been doing that. As they move fast on this game, it's been starting to blur more. Not sure why. But anyways, what I was trying to say here was that we might have a problem, not this month, but right here it says they require 267,000 liters of food. I mean, wait, we got maybe 2 months worth? I mean, next month it will go up more. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a big problem because our field for barley will not be ready to harvest by the time we run out. So I got to start looking at getting some more money because I got to buy some feed. Yes, I have enough money to buy the food right now that I need, but that will leave me with not enough money to buy the equipment, not buy it, but lease the equipment for the harvest. And plus, some items are on best sell price right now. Currently, the two things that are on best sell price that I really want to sell off is going to be the starch and the fried potatoes. Yes, the starch is used for further productions, but I do have some in storage. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the storage and leave the stuff that's in the productions in the productions. Got everything loaded up out of our little storage shed we have. I say little, I believe it holds a lot of pallets, like 1,000. But we're going to go ahead and get it sold off here. And oh my gosh, it only sold off half. I guess I wasn't close enough. Guess that is the downside of not having that trigger showing through there, but $21,130 plus a $2,469 environmental score reward. And this is actually not all of it. Like I was saying, that's all we got out of that storage. I got some more somewhere else. $55,549 plus that $6,492 environmental score. We're going to go ahead and head over to our other potato production, which has some starch spawning out. Here's the last of the starch I had. Gonna go ahead and get sold off, and we're gonna purchase some more feed for the chickens. That ended up making us almost $51,000 plus almost $6,000 in environmental score reward. We're just gonna set this off to the side, go get some chicken feed, and I'm thinking maybe leave right around $100,000 in our bank account for whenever it comes around the harvest time. That might be enough money to lease the equipment we need. I mean, we do get some pretty big equipment, so that leasing fee might be a lot larger than I was thinking. Plus, we lose money every single month with this loan and other stuff. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I had to stop it at $150,000. I mean, we'd spent $172,000 there, but the thing is, I just couldn't think to myself that $100,000 would be enough money to lease everything we need. So this is just playing it safe right here. I will definitely keep an eye on this chicken coop and make sure it doesn't run out of food, because once it does, they all dead. And gosh, we got 13,584 chickens in there. I do not want to lose them. Daily food requirement, 267,000. Like I said, it's going to go up, but that should be enough to get us to harvest time, hopefully. And hopefully I got enough money for that. I'll see you then, or I'll see y'all whenever there's an emergency. That night alone took us down to $130,000 almost. Gosh, that is... that's not good at all. So every single month losing 30,000. I got another month to go. I'm going to go check on these chickens, but I'm actually going to have to get off here and go to work. I mean, y'all ain't gotta notice that. It's just gonna be a little split second for y'all, because I'm gonna have to record it another day. But it is actually currently 5 a.m. and I have been up since 12:30 a.m. editing videos and working on this episode. And man, we're down to 500,000 liters of food. Looking good. I'll see y'all tomorrow, but it'll be a few seconds for y'all. We are now in the month of June, and I believe it's time to do some harvesting with $107,000 in the top right. I think that's going to be enough to lease the equipment we want. Let's get over to that field, make sure it's good to go. But before we do that, still got to make sure these chickens are alive and see how close they are to not being alive. They got food, they are alive, but they also require almost 370,000 liters of food each month. That is a lot of food. This is a big mistake, I think. But yeah, we definitely don't have enough food to survive this month. Let's go ahead and get it harvested and then see how much that gives us. Might make another decision about that field, because I don't think it's going to be big enough. Also got another issue we got to deal with here. Our global goods transport pallet here is full. 200,000 liters of eggs. Got to get another one of those in or store those somewhere else. Most likely get another one of those in. Since this is a lease, I'm not really going to waste any time or money into upgrading it with any special colors, but there's a little optional fee on there of $10,000. That's because we're going to go with that unreal capacity, 1.25 million liters on this thing. We'll go ahead and lease this, hopefully. Yes, there it goes, $15,855. That is ours. Now, of course, we're going to find some header to go along with that. I got to work her off and going, doing the harvesting on this field, while I got some other work to do back at the farm as far as moving some products around and figuring out that issue with the eggs. I'm just going to go into the store again, go ahead and have one of these delivered out to the farm. $1,000 is all they cost. I should probably get a few of them. You know what? That does sound like a good idea. I wasn't sure. We'll get 2 of them. Now, as far as these go, I'm just going to put it right up against the discharge part of this other bag, and it should go into this one, emptying out the one there, which I'll just make a whole line of them eventually, holding, what, 600,000 liters with 3 of them all together? Looking right up here at the premium potatoes, they are on best sell time right now and a high value. Let's go ahead and get all those checked out from wherever they're at, get them sold off, make a little bit of money. Almost 20,000 liters of it. We'll just go ahead and get sold off here at this market. And oh man, it broke up there. I hate when that happens. But there was $15,025 plus a $1,797 plus $11,801 plus a $1,411. Well, altogether there, we're up to $115,000. That's good for now. Still got a little ways to go on the field work as far as the harvester and picking up the straw. Went ahead and leased this pickup wagon here. It holds 1 million liters, so that's pretty nice. And I can't believe it's already full. Let's go ahead and get this dumped off in our silo. See how much we get all together, because that's something I'm really interested in. And of course, we'll end up using the straw eventually. I think I got some future plans for next season to go ahead and change it up some. But y'all have to stick around for that. This is rest of the straw off the field. Ended up getting 666,164 liters here, plus that 1 million from earlier. So that's some pretty good numbers. Now, I don't know how much grain we got. That's the big question. That's actually what that force plate in the top there says needs to be unloaded. Haven't jumped over there yet. Really worried it's not going to be that much. I'm just trying to brainstorm some ideas of like, how am I going to feed these chickens? How am I going to keep these chickens alive? How am I going to afford it? Because it's looking like I'm going to have to buy the food. A lot. This is not good at all. Only 434,000 liters of barley in here. Yeah, I was hoping for close to 1 million, but no, didn't even get halfway there. Let's take it over to our chickens, at least feed them with what that is, and try to figure something out. Probably not anytime soon, probably after the potato harvest. That only took us up to 604,000 liters of food, and that's not even enough for 2 months. Ooh, I got a few months until it's time to harvest those potatoes, so it looks like I'm gonna have to sell some stuff off to buy some more things. As the potato fields came around to harvest time, there was no more farmer to harvest these. What had happened was nobody had seen the farmer, and a welfare check was done. With that welfare check being done, found out he passed away from a heart attack, and there was nobody there to help him. There was also nobody for him to pass this on to, so that is actually going to be the end of this Feeding the Next Gen roleplay. I would say it was very successful. Sorry for this dark ending. A little behind the story here, behind the scene, behind the idea here. My dad has actually been in the hospital for the last week with some serious heart issues. I'm going to go pick him up pretty soon. This was not my intentions to end this series like this, but you just never know when that happens. So I just want to say, spend some time with your loved ones, because you never know. And I really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in, watching, completing this whole series, start to end. It means a lot. It was a lot of fun doing this. I got a lot of more crazy ideas out there. I'm going to bring them up and do them again, over and over again. And one last time, if y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section, because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it, and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.